Hello, my name is Kristen Perry, and I am the Chief Operating Officer at Senior Services in Winston-Salem and Forsyth County. On behalf of our organization, the 7 over 70 Volunteer Selection Committee, and the Winston-Salem Journal, I'd like to thank you for your interest in the 7 over 70 awards. We rely on nominations from the community to identify people making a difference in Forsyth County, and we appreciate your effort in highlighting these community champions. This presentation is meant to provide information about the selection process and to give guidance and tips to help you as you submit your nomination. You can view this presentation as many times as you'd like and can also request a printed version of this nomination guidance from Senior Services. Let's start with an overview of the award. 7 over 70 started in 2016 as a partnership between Senior Services and the Winston-Salem Journal. The award is given annually and meant to honor and celebrate people over the age of 70 who have had and who continue to have a positive impact on our community. The award seeks to highlight contributions of older adults, and the committee who makes the selection decision weighs and considers several different categories when reading nominations and choosing honorees each year. You can see the variety of categories listed on the screen. The first is trailblazing accomplishments, meaning a strong history of community-based, civic, personal, or professional achievements that have had an impact. Here, the committee is looking for ingenuity, resourcefulness, creative thinking, and creative approaches to solving unique problems or challenges, and of course, the courage it takes to blaze that trail. Second is making a difference in the lives of others. This would be people who have made a direct contribution to the betterment of other people's lives through their actions, through their work, through their community contribution. Third is inspirational leadership and impact. This would describe people who have used their skills to inspire and guide others towards a goal. Acts of generosity would describe a person who has demonstrated a spirit of genuine kindness and giving of themselves in any number of ways, financially, with their time, through their spirit, giving to people and to causes in need. Mentorship. This would be a person who's provided guidance, advice, and support to others through the years. And last, innovative contributions in business, community, and/or public policy. This would describe people whose ideas and contributions created or improved a process, a product, a service, or the community at large. The committee considers a diverse array of impact, service, and contributions and celebrates all various types of people who have contributed to our community. This award honors public and neighborhood heroes alike. Honorees are announced in June and celebrated at a luncheon that occurs each year during the summer. The nomination period will run from April 10th through May 19th. This means nominations will become available online and for pickup on Monday, April 10th, and you will have until 11:59 p.m. on Friday, May 19th to submit your completed nomination. Nominations can be submitted online at the Winston-Salem Journal website, which is journalnow.com. If you request or require a paper application, you can do that by coming to Senior Services. Paper applications must also be received through mail or dropped back off at Senior Services prior to the May 19th deadline. Nominations are reviewed by a selection committee made up of volunteers who represent a wide range of organizations, service sectors, and community involvement. I want to stress that the selection committee does use the information you put in the nomination to make their award decisions each year. To help us get to know your nominee, it is very important that you paint a clear and complete picture of their service, their contributions, and their impact in your nomination. Here are some general criteria to keep in mind as you're considering nominating somebody for the 7/70 award. First, nominees must be over the age of 70 and living at the time of their nomination. Nominees must live in the triad and have made direct contributions within Forsyth County. The committee focuses on their impact here locally in our community as they are making selection decisions. The selection committee considers individuals for the award. We are not able to accept nominations for couples or groups. Nominations must include accurate and current contact information for the nominee and for yourself. I'd like to share a little bit about what you can expect when you start working through the nomination form. First, it'll ask for demographic and contact information for the person you are nominating, the nominee, and yourself, who is referred to as the nominator on the form. Please be sure to have the mailing address, email address, and phone number of yourself and your nominee before you start the process. The nomination form will also ask for career and volunteer activities of the nominee. Providing this information helps paint a picture of their history and their interests. We ask that you emphasize this individual's top 3 career accomplishments and volunteer accomplishments or activities on the nomination form. The form will also give you a space to provide information about their community memberships. This is where you'll list any memberships or participation in community organizations, committees, or service groups that your nominee has participated in. Please be sure to share specific contributions, accomplishments, and any leadership roles your nominee held. Next up will be outstanding accomplishments. This will be your chance to tell us about their big accomplishments and other honors and awards that your nominee has won. Lastly, there will be a section for you to describe why this person deserves to be a 7/70 honoree. This will be your place to bring it all together for the selection committee. Tell us why you're nominating this individual and why you feel they should join the class of 7/70 honorees in Forsyth County. A few tips and pointers to keep in mind as you're filling out your nomination. Submitting a complete and thorough nomination helps our selection committee get a complete picture of the person you are nominating. Be sure to add context and give as much detail as you can. Expand and give specifics about why you feel the person deserves the award. Share the time commitment and highlight the longevity of your nominee's service. And be sure to include historical service all the way through present-day contributions, if applicable, for your nominee. We really want to see you emphasize their impact. Tell the story of their service and how they have made a difference in our community. Things you might want to ask yourself as you're completing the nomination. What problem or challenge did they tackle? What were the results of their efforts? Who or what was better off as a result of their assistance, and how were they better off? Answering these questions in your nomination will make it as strong as possible and give the selection committee a lot of great information to consider. Be sure that you also fill in gaps. Start early and give yourself plenty of time to gather information about your nominee. Don't just focus on one thing they did. Try to paint a full picture of their contribution. Consider spending some time consulting other people who know the nominee well to round out your nomination. A few other things to keep in mind before submitting your nomination. Be sure to carefully respond to each question in the nomination form. If you are submitting anything in writing, please make sure it's legible for the committee. Proofread and be sure you look for typos and also flow of information. When we think about the flow of the information, we're specifically thinking, is it easy for someone who doesn't know your nominee to read your nomination and learn who they are? Does it tell their story? The committee is not able to consider attachments or addendums to the nomination form, so be sure you put all the information, context, and detail in the answers to the questions on the nomination form itself. If you need more information or would like to see a list of past honorees, you can email us at info@seniorservicesinc.org or give us a call at 336-725-0907. The website with all the information related to 7 over 70 is located at seniorservicesinc.org/7 over 70 awards. Nominations can be picked up and dropped off at the Senior Services location, 2895 Shorefair Drive in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We look forward to receiving your nomination, and once again, thank you for your participation in the 7 over 70 awards.